Exactly. So what I'm telling you here today is that I have publicly called for all Republican legislators to not surrender to the Democrats pressing them to force mask mandates on our children in our schools and our school teachers. Let our teachers make their own personal decisions about whether they want to wear a mask or don't want to wear a mask. Let parents make their own personal decisions about what their children will wear at school regarding mask or no mask. Now, that's a darn good law that we got passed protecting the parents and the students' rights in our schools and the teachers' rights in our schools. We got that bill passed this last session. There is nothing wrong with it. It's a great bill. Thank you, Republicans, for passing it. Now, what I've told Republicans is any Republican who turns around and even surrenders an inch on this, if you agree to repeal this bill or even amend this bill so that it even allows school districts to force teachers in a district or force students to wear masks in a specific district. If you amend or repeal this bill, I'm going to call you out by name on social media, Republicans. I'm going to tell everyone in Arkansas who you are. I'm going to give them your cell phone number. I'm going to put your picture up there and say, okay, Arkansas, here are the betrayers. We need to replace them next election.
Just like what happened to John Cooper.
And to all the school boards out there pushing this on their parents and their teachers and their children, I have this message. We know where your money comes from. You depend on numbers to get your funds to operate your schools. And I can't speak for all parents today, but I can tell you that if my child was still in public school, and a school district told me that my child had to wear a mask all day, every day on campus, and that her school teacher had to wear a mask all day, every day on campus where she can't hear, you know what I would do? I would pull my kid out of the school. So go ahead, school boards. Go ahead and tell the teachers they have to wear a mask and that the students have to wear a mask, and watch what the parents do, because let me tell you, we still have the power. We'll pull our kids out of public schools, we'll put them in private Christian schools, or we'll homeschool them, and then let's see what happens to your money. Folks, the power is in your hands. Don't let your government determine how your life is going to be run. Don't let them do it. You also, if you're here today and your school board members are pushing this sort of mandate on the teachers and students, you need to check with your school boards. If I were you, I would go home today and call, even if you don't have kids in school. If you're like me, a majority, the largest portion of the taxes I pay goes to a school district that I don't even have kids in, right? So you have a say, folks. You have a say. You call your local school board and say, I just want to know, each member, call them. The school district has to provide you with a list of the school board members and their phone numbers. You say, I'm going to call every school board member. Folks, call them. Call them. Even if you know, you call them and let them know. I'm just going to double check because, listen, I'm in your district, and if you believe that we should force students and teachers to wear masks, then I'm going to make sure that somebody runs for your seat next time. Let them know. Did y'all see that video that made national news when a bunch of citizens walked in and replaced the entire school board right there on site? Remember that? Remember that? Remember, the power is in your hand. Don't ever forget this. Regardless of what happens today and tomorrow up here, don't forget this. These elected officials, every one of them inside this building tomorrow, they work for you. You not only pay their salaries, you pay for the bills to turn the lights on in this building. You pay for the janitors in this building. You pay for all the materials in this building. You pay for this. This is your marble palace, not theirs. And by the way, if I had one governor of this state, the first thing I would have done is take away all these legislative special parking places around this Capitol and said, your parking lot is over there. The citizens get these front parking spaces around this Capitol because this is their building. You're employed by them, right? Listen, I love you guys. I know I'm preaching to the choir. I love you guys, but you're going to have to get out there and help us fight. We have to stop depending on one person. Donald Trump, as strong as he was, he couldn't do it alone. I can't. You send me to the U.S. Senate to be your voice. I can't do it alone. But let me tell you something. There are citizens like me rising up all over this country. We're trying to replace counterfeit, go along to get along Republicans in D.C. so that we could go in there and kick over tables and roll heads and say enough is enough. The people are taking back control of their United States government. And we will. There's already a couple ladies there right now that are friends of mine, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm going to be right in the middle of that Freedom Caucus. I'm going to be right there. We just need more of us. More of us. When you leave today, please make the phone calls. Even if you've already call them again. And have your friends call your legislators. Call all of them, not just your state representative and your state senator. Call all of them, folks. It's all on the arkansas.gov website. Their cell phone numbers. Call them all. Say, I want you to vote again. You say, no, we're not budging on this. We are not budging on this. We're not going to give school districts the right to make a decision on this issue.